Severos is a land of many beasts that we revere. The cunning wolf, the hardy camel, the fearless bison, the obedient horse. But no greater beast is there than the vulture, who shall devour everything when the world falls to ruin and decay.
My father would often say that the spirit bends to the needs of the flesh, just as the flesh bends to the desires of the spirit. Yet both can be bent with the right words. That may be the only truth he ever told me.
I met some crows this morning. They did not like you. It's okay. They're only a murder in name. Morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding.
I've always been like one of those performers balancing multiple plates. One day, my mom would say, all of those plans, those traps I'd carefully prepared might end up catching me instead. Like a spider caught in his own webs. I suppose I should have listened to her. Maybe then I wouldn't be bleeding out on this wooden floor.
Hello, everybody,
Hi.
and welcome to the first session of Blades in the Dark, the Revenant. It is today, as we're going live on Twitch, Easter, and we are going to tell you the story of a gang rising from the dead. I didn't know about that timing. I didn't know. I only realized it today, like, oh shit, hey, it's Easter, or almost. But before we get into all of this, and you hear how this gang got nearly wiped out and where they're at now. First, time for a few introductions. I'm Janis, he, him pronouns. This is my second Blades in the Dark actual play. First one was on Starcrawl RPG. And this one is going to be a longer show. We're scheduled to run this basically up until Gen Con, when we will just dip out because that would crash our viewership entirely. So until then, yeah. So this is going to be a long and very, very, let's say, complicated story of some complicated characters going through quite a lot. But we'll get to that. For now, I'm going to popcorn it over to Shiv.
Hi, I'm Shiv. I'm Dr. Bubbles PhD. Just about everywhere that's got a handle. And I am one of the founding members of Find Out Productions. So you can find me over there. You can find me on Blue Sky. I am a longtime tabletop player. I've been doing actual plays for the last couple of years, and I am a student in mortuary school, so you will be getting a lot of death fun facts from me.
Popcorn.
And I guess I'll popcorn over to Glaiza.
Hey everyone, my name is Glaiza. He, they, she pronouns in the order of what makes me go yee in my brain. And I do a lot of things on the internet, especially in the TTRPG space. I make games, I run games, and I play in a lot of games. My 2026 Wrapped for TTRPG is going to be wild this year because I've played in 17, 18 games already, and it's just April. Today, I will be playing Multo, the ghost, the spider, the dead man walking who absolutely has no reason to be haunted. I promise. I'm doing really good. I'm gonna be really good. This game. And I'm gonna popcorn it over to Andre.
Hello, I'm Andre, pronouns are he, they. I am a TTRPG actual play performer, illustrator, game designer. You can find me at andreriveraart on most socials and at my website, andreriveraart, where you can see my portfolios and games collection. And I will be playing Carrion, who is the Hound playbook, pronouns are he, him. And I'm going to popcorn over to Prince.
Hello, I am Prince, also known as Prince-infidel, and basically anywhere on the internet. I don't do anything. Don't look for me. I don't know why you would try. Uh, this will be my first actual play, so be nice, be respectful, or just be really over enthusiastic and like just over the top. Just shower me in praise. There cannot be enough praise. Uh, and in this game, I will be playing Elogy, a slide. He is a smiling, nice guy who definitely doesn't have tremendous amounts of religious trauma. He's perfectly fine and healthy.
Sure.
I
And your gang
definitely
is
forgot
doing
to
great.
introduce my character.
Do it now. Just do it
I'm
now.
playing Taibsha. I know everyone's gonna look at that name and go, "What's that?" Taibsha, and she's creature. That's it. That's it.
Yep.
She's creature.
Also, I am he, him. My character is also he, him.
So, we are in the city of Duskwall, the dark jewel of Akaros. We are in the world of Blades in the Dark. That means many, many generations ago, the world underwent a great calamity. The sun broke. And so did the metaphysical order of things. Ghosts roamed the land. Demons sprang forth. And humanity has been reduced to mostly a few isolated cities. One of which is, of course, Duskwall, surrounded by lightning towers and walls to keep the ghosts that roam the beyond out. Inside Duskwall, there's an entire microcosm of a society. You have, for example, Crowsfoot, a district that is at this point more vertical than anything, with houses built upon other houses. It is cramped. There are many street gangs there vying for dominance. And then there's also the place where we will meet our gang, the Six Towers, a place of faded glory, cracked cobblestones, very little presence by the blue coats, the police force of Duskwall at this point, just some private security of the nobles that still live in Six Towers. The wealthier among them have long since moved out. A lot of old mansions have been bought up and converted into cramped and cheap living arrangements for the working class of Duskwall. But not everything is up for sale, and some places in Six Towers are also just there for the taking. One of them is Crumble Tower Court, one of the Six Towers that gave this district its name. In immense disrepair, an old clock tower, and right where in the past there would have hung a clock, we now find huddled together four figures, the remnants of a shattered gang. And I think more or less dangling from a shelf, we see Taisha.
I didn't even need to know that.
Dangling is correct.
Taisha doesn't believe in walking on the floor. Okay, that's not how people walk. Yeah, like Janis said, dangling from a shelf, just the knees bent over the shelf and just arms completely loose, just kind of humming to herself. Just Taibsha. She's having a great morning. She got to eat breakfast, and there were a couple of crows that stopped by to visit. She climbed the outside of the tower and sat on the roof for a minute. Yeah, just she's having a lovely day, and she's just humming and singing and just going, "Did anyone pick me up that red lipstick I asked for?"
A lipstick is thrown at Taibsha.
Catches, doesn't even like. There's like a moment where you're like, did her arm get a little bit longer? Don't worry about it. And catches it, and just completely no mirror, just maybe like a kid who's just found mom's lipstick, just puts it on. Just and so now she's going to have poorly applied red lipstick for the next few seasons.
Yeah. Who told you to get that red lipstick?
Well, the ghosts were saying that the red lip is coming back. Everyone's going to be wearing it, and I want to be ahead of the trend. My friends.
Outside, not visible to the human eye, there floats the ghost of a debutante, nodding approvingly as Taibsha puts on this lipstick. This debutante died 97 years ago and doesn't really have much to say about the trends of today, but is very convinced that yes, the red lip is coming back. Anyway, where do we find?
Look, we know fashion is a cycle. It's always going to come back.
True, actually. Speaking of fashionable, where do we see Eulogy?
Eulogy is stepping out of a dark, unmarked carriage, like some local cab. He takes a few steps, straightens its collar and his vest, as, looks back into the carriage. A lace-gloved hand extends out. Wonderful evening. He kisses it and sends back. He closes the door to the carriage, and they move on as he enters into the tower.
The tower, of course, is less glamorous than what you just experienced. You still haven't cleaned all the debris up. There are still cobwebs in many places. But it is yours for as long as you can hold on to it. Now, standing almost in your way a little, apparently in deep conversation or communion with a vulture, is Carrion.
I think as you approach the door, you see that Carrion, this 5'8", really stocky looking man, is like eyes down towards like the ground, but the if you can look into his eyes, you see that he shares the same eyes as the bearded vulture that sits on him, who is kind of acting as the like security camera almost of this of the tower. And as Elegy approaches from the carriage, Carrion kind of like snaps back to his body, and will say, "You're late again."
I was terribly tied up. You know how it is.
I do not.
Well, I could show you sometime. But we don't have time for that tonight. Is Moto?
Molto and Taisha are already inside. And the two of them will ascend the stairwell.
And Multo, you have called them here, of course, with a plan to get you back in business. But how was it again that you went out of business in the first place?
What a wonderful question to ask, because that is exactly what Moto's thinking about. He is standing at what will become his normal location, his favorite little window that has a wonderful view over the city or whatever is of the city. And he is thinking. He is quietly looking out this window. And he remembers and he plans, but mostly he remembers. He remembers so hard, it almost feels like he's back in that moment. A shadow pain under his ribs, like exactly where he got stabbed. It feels like ages ago when that happened. Him just lying down on the ground, wooden floor, blood seeping everywhere. Not all of it.
Like
not all of it was hers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
not all of it was hers, though.
Yes, a lot of it was from the members of your old gang. And we are going to have our first flashback. An important part of Blades in the Dark. This one has no mechanical consequence, but a few months ago, in the district of Crow's Foot, above a butcher shop, there was a scene of the butchery, in fact, of the members of the gang that you once belonged to. And the last one to arrive to that scene and the first one to taste the blade of your attackers was Multo. A little bit later, carry on. Following a sudden intuition, you and Taisha arrived there as well and found Multo lying there, bleeding. You are in that moment again now.
I think more than anything, there is a scent of blood that leads Carrion to the scent of the carnage left behind. And as soon as the door swings open and Carrion sees Multo on the ground, he will immediately rush over, not breathing. And what kind of wounds are we looking at? Are they stabs? Are they bruises?
There's one stab that you see
right under the like the ribs, like right under the ribs.
Immediately Carrion is like locked into a sort of like almost into like doctor mode, and tells Taisha, guard the door.
So given what had happened leading up to this moment, you rush Multo and Taisha drops off your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And hits the ground and just goes, I'm awake. And then just, guard the door, and just like on all fours just crawls over to the door and then just pops up.
I fully forgot that I was carrying you. That's crazy.
Time's up.
Session 0.5.
And she just creature crawls across the floor, stands up at the door, and like all 4'11" of her just pushed against the door, like, I've got this. What's wrong? Oh, blood's supposed to be on the inside.
Yeah, and even Taisha, you would realize that you have just lost your gang, your protection here.
I think it's less that she's able to see the carnage, but she senses all of the new spirits. Like, it's almost like she comes to consciousness in a cacophony
Yeah.
of voices she recognizes and just kind of, oh, it's everyone. Oh, it's everyone.
A small voice comes from Molto, and it's, I think only Carrion hears it because it's very quiet, and says, well, not everyone. Not quite.
Dios. And as he's looking over you, he will like see the blood stain from your rib cage and will immediately just like rip off your vest and grabs some of his own wraps and is unwrapping them to put them around your own like torso to prevent any more bleeding.
Thanks. I think I needed that.
And Taisha, this seems to have happened a while ago for the most part, hours at least. There's something you would expect to be here by now. The crossed out tattoo that you bear begins to itch a little bit.
I think it's time to go. It's time to go. Ding ding.
Okay.
And you hear the echoes of spirits, but it feels like they're kept under glass, as if something is interfering here, but it begins to fade. And the cacophony that you described begins to be more clear. It might be time to go, yes.
Aisha, can you walk by yourself?
Yes, I think so. I
And
crawl very quickly.
I think at that point, Carrion will just grab both Multo and Taivsha and just like carrying two stags from a hunt will just leave the building in a rush.
This would raise many questions, but nobody is going to dare ask you those right now. We skip ahead again a few months. As Multo, you breathe out as you ready yourself. The memory, well, it won't fade, but it will have to wait until you really deal with that.
Which I know I'm very, very good at, dealing with emotions and trauma and history. They don't call me well-adjusted for no reason.
Call me a stable because you could park a horse in my head.
As the others, as Carrion and Eloji comes up, Taisha is already here. He does look at Eloji for a minute, trying to gauge really. He knows it's been a long time since that mistake, but he's looking at Eloji for some sort of like assurance that they're okay, like that Multo and Eloji are okay as friends or whatever. And he does this every couple of weeks, really, with everybody. But today it's Eloji's turn. He doesn't say anything. He just looks. And I think he's done this multiple times in the past that the gang sort of knows when it's their turn. And today it's Eloji's turn, where he's just staring at you, and his fingers are steepled.
Elegy mocks up and forces a particularly wide smile. Mm, Moto, lost in thought?
Uh, in thought, not lost, but very deep in thought. Yeah.
Um, not lost is good. We have many places to be.
Indeed. How was your evening, late morning?
It's impossible to tell for sure, by the way. The sun broke 1,000 years ago, but it's it's going out time.
Perfectly well. I have a few extra coin if we need it.
Always need that. But we can have some more. We can always have some more.
We need at least 8 in case we all die.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
Thank you, Ty.
You're welcome.
Well, you look around your humble abode here, as nice as it once looked. There are only 4 of you left, and it's going to be hard to rebuild. And you don't know if there are still people looking for you, waiting to plant a blade in your heart. There is, of course, one way to get rich very quickly, and that is to brave the Deathlands, where so many old artifacts are still waiting for whoever is foolhardy, let's say, enough to come and get them. You would need a way there, of course. And Illadri, you have found a contact for an assignment that could help you with that. During one of your little escapades, you met a certain Cedric Fulk, a dealer in art and different other things, some of them more illicit than others. And as the conversation went on, he mentioned that he is interested in a picture, a painting of Henrietta Dandridge, an old noble she passed on many, many years ago. Unfortunately, it's not for sale apparently, and is currently safely held within Dandridge Manor in Six Towers. Perhaps you could retrieve it, and perhaps, he said, he could help you with a few maps and other things that help you in your way, well, to more dangerous locales. Of course, he didn't say that outright because you didn't reveal your entire plan to him, but the implication was there.
Who's the it's Elogi's contact, right?
I'm just saying that Elogi found the job for you.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
I don't know him well, but it is a job. And as you said, we could use the coin.
We could definitely use it. And how does he I don't know if you would be able to answer this, but he only wants the painting, right?
Seems what he's asking for.
That means if we find other things, we could take that as a percentage of our fee.
I mean, it would be suspicious if only the painting went missing.
Correct.
It's much more reasonable
Ding ding.
to track.
Sorry, you heard what's going on in Typsh's head. I have no idea who's at my door right now.
You're right. Well, let me I've got a plan. First step is to learn more about the place, obviously. And then we'll liberate the painting amongst other things. Yes.
Right. I think you will get a role to gather information.
Yes.
You'll have an opportunity for that. How would you like to do that? It is one of the noble mansions in Six Towers. You are local. You can just go there and just, stake out the
Hang out
place.
and
You
look.
can ask around. You can do a lot of different things. Yeah. This is going to be a very augmented role. Like whoever wants to do it, whatever you want to roll, probably going to work.
I probably am gonna roll study and
yeah.
And this is for the this is not me asking you how to make the roll. This is for the people watching, right? I just want the clarification. It's like two things that we will use. This is for the this is how much I love chat. I want to make sure everybody understands how to play the game.
Right.
It's two things that you choose or just one, and then I'm fine, right? I'm just gonna. The position is.
We're going to. So, as you go through a roll, you take one of your action ratings in Blades in the Dark. You said study, which is one of the different action ratings. You could also say skills. How many dice do you have in that?
I have one.
Oh, okay. Well,
quick question: is that 2 rolls for the entire crew, or is that?
It's your one gather information roll.
Would we want somebody who's smart to do it?
Hey,
possibly, yeah.
I was gonna add another. I was gonna say if I could add Reynold as a part as friend contact, who is, by the way, one of the blue coats and can walk around. You know, like I will do the. I will mostly be doing the darker question, the darker places question, while my friend Reynold will do the more.
I simply ask because I have 2 in study, so and friends that can't be seen.
I mean,
I can pass it over. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So, Taisha, you have 2 in study, so you can just stare creepily at the mansion for a while, or just look around. But you also have, like you said, friends that can help. You are a whisper, which means that you are the more or less magic user of this game. You talk to ghosts and you command ghosts.
I don't command them. I ask them very nicely.
Yeah, possibly also the ghosts command you, or you just have a very symbiotic relationship.
Symbiosis.
It's fine, yeah. You can also attune here, because this is such an old district. The noble mansion had many, well, not just family members, but also guards, washerwomen, anything really. Servants come and go.
The thing about most mansions is they only think of the family that lives there, not the dozens of people that also die on the job.
Yeah.
Remind me, if I have 2 in a tune, I'm rolling what?
You just in roll 20, you just click on the tune and it's gonna do that for you.
I love coding. Coding is so cool. What's my
But
position?
what you're doing is you're going to roll 2 dice and we're going to pick the best result from among them.
Okay.
Your position is you're from around here. You are staking out a noble mansion though, and they still live there, so it is still going to be risky.
Okay. And then boop, boop. Effect
The
standard.
effect, yeah, let's say standard, because it won't be perfectly up-to-date information, but you can get a lot of information. It's just going to be a bit hard to sift through and figure out what's important.
And then bonus dice. I don't think I have anything that gives me bonus dice. Oh, wait, no. I can get +1 dice with my ghost mind to gather info about the supernatural, but could I?
It's not really about, but let's say it counts for reasons. Let's say it counts, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that is going to be your best result is going to be a 5, which is still a mixed success. So what kind of ghost do you find and how do you attune and where do you do that?
Where in the map? Like, I guess what's like the closest landmark? Is there like?
Oh, I mean, ghosts are floating around.
Oh no, like wherever I am trying to attune to this particular households of ghosts, because it's kind of, I gotta kind of cast a net as opposed to like fish. So I'm just trying to grab whatever I can. Because if it's like, if I'm near a river, I'm going to start washing like my hands and the bandages up my arms to maybe summon a washerwoman. But if like, you know, so like try to like embody who
Getting
I'm
a
trying to grab.
prepped.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
I would say you are near the Gossamer Canal.
Okay. Yeah. Whoever's decided to be Taisha's supervision just sees her just go arms first into the canal and just start washing and like making motions like a washboard.
There's a lone just gondola floating by as the gondolier just looks over at you. Are you all right, miss?
I am cleaning.
Right. What are you cleaning then? Never mind. It just
who is with you, Taisha?
Yeah, who's my supervision while I'm doing my ghostly gathering?
I could be your supervision if you.
Okay. She just stares. It's not threatening or anything. She's just like, this is not
very
worth
clearly
the threat.
answering the question.
Yeah.
I don't see why I need to explain what I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning.
Oh, don't mind her. You and behind LG goes.
She just goes, I'm summoning the washerwoman. You must know. She'll be here shortly.
A face comes up under the water.
Hello. Leans in like almost nose to nose with the reflection.
Don't go into the water.
Yeah.
Swim was part of training.
Yeah, the eels can swim too.
I don't like
This
eels. The
very,
texture's all
very
wrong.
pale face that has come up underwater. Just, who are you?
I'm your friend.
Friend.
I'm a friend to everyone like you. So we can be friends. And friends do favors
There
for
is no friend left.
That's because you haven't met Taisha.
As always, the endless churn of the canal.
That's what canals do. They tend to flow. Are you aware of oh, Beans? What was the name of the manor? I just brain went blank.
It is the Dandridge Manor.
Are you aware of the Dandridge Manor?
It still stands.
I mean, technically a lot still stands. It's just very empty. You know, hollow corpses. Post-autopsy. The viscera is elsewhere.
I remember them, yes.
There was a portrait of a lady. Noble lady. Did you ever
There are
take
many,
note of what
many
room she was
portraits in there.
Henrietta, am I getting that name right?
Yeah, that's right.
Henrietta. I want to find her portrait.
The ghost shivers at that. Said, no, that one is forbidden.
Oh, you always have so many rules. I'm going to take the portrait and make it not forbidden. The thing about forbidden is like you have to answer to someone for it to be forbidden. But if I answer to nobody, then it's not forbidden. Everything's fair game. Which means the
The
portrait.
ghost says
Drawing
nothing to that. So you've confirmed the existence of the portrait, yeah, but what information do you want to get from her that actually helps you?
She kind of comes up, like stands mostly straight, and like the tip of her nose is wet. She was literally having this conversation like face to face, and it's just going, always so secretive, forbidden this, forbidden that. Nobody cares about the rules. Why does people act like people care about the rules? The rules don't exist. They're just fancy words written on fancy paper. Anyways, portrait exists. It's in the house.
You can still talk to her. She's still there.
I think she has hard feelings about rules. Only some people follow them, so then that means we should all not follow them. She's going to lean a little bit over, but not nose to nose, and be like, okay, if you won't tell me where it is, can you tell me security measures that I might have to keep an eye out for to go confirm the placement of this portrait? Just a little bit of security measures for me as a treat.
Again, this can be wildly out of date, but looks at you, and this is where the mixed success is going to come in. This ghost isn't going to do anything to you, but
say, am I going to get possessed again? Because that seems to be a thing now.
No.
Not today. Or
I can get you in. You get me out of here. You take my bones from the bottom of the canal. And I tell you all the servant entrances.
You just Just clarifying. You just want me to move your bones, right? I really don't do the destruction of them.
Oh no. Get me out of here so I am free. There is a young lad who came upon me when I was just doing my washing, and he killed me.
Oh,
For the tiny bit of change I had with me, and I intend to find him, or whatever is left of his family. For that, I need to be freed from the eternal current of the water. Get me out. This doesn't require a roll, by the way. You can just free a ghost and deal with the consequences of that later.
I think Taisha has been working in a team long enough to know that immediately answering a ghost request with yes tends to get her in trouble. So she turns back around to Elogy and goes, do I say yes to unearthing bones to release an angry ghost about a dead son on revenge?
Oh, okay. So I know I've explained this to you before, but when you talk that way, I only hear your side. So a lot of strange things were said. So Bones free a ghost, you said?
Yeah. Just bloop, bloop.
You can also, by the way, force the answer out of the ghost, but then you will take a condition.
Oh, I love conditions.
So why would we free the ghost?
Because she'll give me information. And I would like to do it with her wanting to give it to me. I could make her give it to me, but it already seems like she's had a rough go and she's already somewhere she doesn't want to be. And if I take her out, then I'll be doing a nice thing. The problem is the nice thing might result in a not nice thing on her part, on a bloodline that I don't know how far removed we are from.
A bloodline.
Well, she did say her killer or his family. And I don't know how many generations ago that was. So, like, you know, we have...
How long has this thing been dead?
I don't know. Do you think I know that? You don't tell me. I don't pop my head in and go, hello, what was your time and date of death? I get a little upset about that. I don't fill death certificates anymore. I mean...
But the revenge is not on us.
We wouldn't be as far as I can tell, we wouldn't be doing the revenge, so technically our hands are clean.
Our hands are never clean, but...
My hands are very clean right now. I washed them.
You washed them in canal. What? Say yes. Say yes.
Where are your bones? Show me your bones.
Two deathly white hands grab you. And I mean, it's a ghost. She can't pull you under, but you can follow.
I'll follow. There's maybe a little
You see
alley-oop
just
as she goes
dive into the canal as you are led to the remains of this washerwoman.
How many bones are down here?
I mean, you are led specifically to hers.
Just in route, do I make note of like landmark bones?
Sure. Yes, there are
like,
more bones. But...
Technically, if there's enough bones underwater, I'm not in a canal. I'm in what's heated as a burial ground, which means I can't dive here without a permit. Sorry, that's a mortician joke there. So yeah, so she goes.
You retrieve her, but this where we're going to end the scene as Taisha dives down.
Most certainly that will not bite me in the ass. Ever.
Um,
Because I've never faced the consequences for my actions ever in my life.
yeah, you can actually add a little clock to your character sheet,
Oh boy.
which is going to be the washerwoman's ghost, and we're going to tick that is going to be an 8-segment clock, and we're going to tick it every now and then as ghostly activities in 6 towers increase.
Oopsie doo.
Clocks, by the way, in Blades in the Dark are just abstractions of anything that that takes time or multiple attempts, or is some kind of tug of war situation. In this case, we're going to have an 8-segment clock on Taifsha's character sheet. And when that fills up, something will happen.
It'll be fine. We're gonna go on a shopping montage.
But we skip ahead a little bit. Multo, accompanied by Carrion, you are meeting with your client that Elogi has referred you to, or has found for the gang. It's a very overcrowded shop full of old oil paintings, sculptures, a lot of just broken kind of artifacts that you can't necessarily make sense of. Shelves that are so full that even Taifsha wouldn't find a way to sit on them. And before you stands Cedric Folk, dressed fairly
Go ahead.
yeah, and he's a smaller man, squinting eyes and a bit older, leathery skin, looking kind of worn, but his eyes are still very alert, and he's sizing you and Carrion up as you enter. By the way, Carrion, are you accompanied by the vulture?
Yes.
Cool. I would like to do a little bit of a flashback before we enter the scene where me and
Always,
Carrion where me and Carrion sort of like sit down and like plan out how we're going to play this. I want to know if Elogi set this meeting up, and if so, if he set it up
Sure.
as, hey, the professor, I have a professor guy who is interested in learning more about your history and facts and whatever, or if it's, hey, this is my criminal friend who might steal your thing for you.
It's
Which I guess I get to
definitely
decide.
clear that it's definitely clear that you are contacted to do something extremely illegal.
Cool.
The reasons for that and his reasons are yours or his, respectively.
Perfect. All right, so outside, like a few blocks away before we have our meeting, we have like I have a meeting with Carrion, and I go, oh, okay, this is what we're gonna do, right? I will embody what we call a master thief, right? That's how Elogi has expressed I will be, and I will embody. I'm not very good at it, but I can pretend really, really well. And are you okay with being the bruiser?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. And then I look at the vulture. I would go, you could do that mind link thing, right? With your vulture.
Yes.
Awesome. Can you like make your vulture like fly around and sort of like I'm basically trying to find things to make the guy impressed that I know a lot more about him than what is normal for just a normal hanging out criminal person. I'm basically like I know everything about you, even things you didn't think I would know, kind of thing.
Janis, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I have mind link with Diogenes.
Yeah.
I love that's his name.
I don't know that. Is it assumed that when I need him to do things, he will do it, or do I need to ask first?
Um, your interests are aligned. Let's say it like that.
Okay. I think Carrion will look to Molto with a little bit of a discerning look, and will restate, I do not tell him what to do.
Right. Can you ask him for a favor?
He will do it.
Awesome. And I do look at. Do I know that his name is Diogenes?
I don't know if his name has ever been said aloud to you.
Okay, cool. I look at the vulture that's hanging out on your shoulder, and I go, "Thank you, Mister. Thank you, Mister Vulture, sir. I appreciate all the things that you do to assist our fledgling crew."
But we skip ahead as you now enter this place and are greeted by Cedric for looking up. Ah, you've been awaited.
Ah, hello. Cedric, was it?
Well, yes, but if I am to call you Multo and Carrion, as it were, I believe we are not quite on a first name basis, so you may call me Mr. Fulk.
I understand, Mr. Folk.
Now, the job, as it were, is rather simple. In its concept, its execution, of course, will be up to you.
Of course.
The Dandridge family, if you've been around the district for a while, you know are great patrons of the art. However, they do not make all of their art available to the public, and this has caused some consternation to my client, who wishes the portrait of Henrietta Dandridge, a long departed matriarch, retrieved to me so I may hand it over to my client.
If I may ask, you don't have to answer, of course. I understand what it means to have client privileges, I suppose.
He smiles. I believe you do not even have to ask. I will not answer.
Interesting. I'm not asking about who he is.
Okay.
I'm asking
Yeah.
I'm asking more about his passion.
His
for it.
passion.
Why does he feel so strongly that he must have this painting?
That is a very interesting question. I shall ask him.
Perfect.
Perhaps he shall answer me, but truthfully, we will both get our share of coin from this, and that is all that truly matters. And of course, you can liberate whatever other goods you find from the mansion.
Of course. The reason I ask about passion is I also like to know how passionate the other side is. Is it just because it is theirs and they do not want to show it? Is it going to lead to chasing everyone down?
He is passionate to pay you a reasonable amount. In gameplay terms, that is going to be 6 coins, which you can spend on whatever you want.
Go.
Yeah.
Well, he waves. He is Multo is basically playing with his fingers,
Mhm.
in front of this man. He goes, well. What information can you share that would help in us liberating the painting your client is so passionately in need of?
Believe me, if I had any prior dealings in breaking into Dandridge Manor, I would share any details with
That
you.
that is definitely not something I would expect you to have. That's why I'm here, the professional. I'm asking if you have any information you can share that you know. Above table is just
Hmm.
any like rumors around the place or anything like that, not breaking into.
Right, yeah.
And also, I look at Carrion, who is like, who I've instructed to look menacingly behind me and just like
Yeah.
staring down this man.
Well, I haven't broken into the place, of course, but I have made other dealings with the family, collectors of art and patrons of the arts as they are. I can tell you this much, you should not expect too much security. Mostly just an ancient, wheezing butler and a few hired hands.
Hmm.
Nothing much, rest assured.
I see.
And with that, it is time for you to, assuming you take the job, to
Yeah, we're
figure
broke.
out.
We need a lot of money, but
Yeah.
Multo is not like Multo doing this is sort of like, I'm not poor. I don't need this job. I'm doing it because your client is passionate about it. And
Yeah.
I'm a professional. I don't need this job, but like desperately need money is what I'm trying to hide
Mm.
from this man.
It's time to figure out how you're going to go in. So, as we're moving to your score, it's time for you to choose a plan. You can, technically, you can assault the mansion. Um, yes, that's a possibility. You can deceive. You can pose as somebody else. That would be deception, or trick or manipulate. Um, you can just sneak in. You can use some occult or supernatural powers. You can bribe or bargain or something, and that's pretty much it for this one. Um, I'm going to say you're going to get an advantage to your first roll to see what position you're in when you arrive there if you use stealth or social, specifically to use the information that Typhra has uncovered to
Yeah.
bribe somebody to lead you in, a current servant, or to just use the just servant entrances and so on to navigate.
Mhm. I we could do the social connection. kind of thing, and I feel like that would be a good, just a good idea for us guys. Okay.
Well, if we have any questions, I have bones in my bag to consult.
Of course you do.
They're a little
Perfect.
Bones
damp.
won't
There's
help.
like, yeah, she's like dripping and there's like drips coming off her bag.
I am prepared with an extra outfit that fits you perfectly. Here you go. I knew you would be needing that.
Okay, so is your approach social then?
Yes, I think, but I want to make sure that everyone is okay with it.
So social in what way? Like pretending to be staff, or because hoping the rich
Oh, that
people
could also
don't.
be deception. I would also give you that a bonus for that. I don't see you successfully deceive somebody that you're staff when you come in with a vulture and with just Typesha, but technically,
I could do deception. So these guys, like the rich people, who the owners of this
you
manor,
all
are
need to
like,
come in together. Like, that's the thing.
yeah. These guys are like collectors of art, and I do work at a university, and I could come in as the professor here and be like, hey, I'm here with my students, my three lovely students, my three art students, and we are very much interested in learning more about the collection of art that you have.
I'm taking psychic damage because probably Typesha is the closest to most art students I've ever met in my life.
I mean, you can do that, but then you're using your not criminal identity, and that is going to have effects later.
That's fine. That's fine. I think my plan is to get people inside.
Yeah.
And then stay the night and then leave.
Nobody's going to let you stay the night.
I mean, I'm not gonna
crashing
stay the
your
night. We're
place.
gonna sneak.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I think what Molto's plan is we gets us in the door, and then
Yeah.
maybe some of us peel off, get the painting, and use it. Maybe even the servants' entrance to get it out of the building.
yeah,
And so Molto can just come in and out from the front door.
Yeah.
yeah. Basically, like, not everybody has to come with me, but my entryway here is my alternate lifestyle as a professor with an art student, and then
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
you
have
can
to
only
be
have
all three.
one approach for the
Some
group.
yeah.
So which one is it?
Well,
It's
do we know how
decision time.
big this painting is?
What did you say?
We don't
Do
know
we
how
know
many
how-
paintings.
Again, what? not both of you at once.
Do we know how big the painting is?
No. I mean, it's going to be small enough for you to carry. Let's say that.
Okay, cool.
If we remove it from the frame,
You're thinking way too far ahead. I just need you to
Okay, fair
decide
enough.
right now how you enter.
I say stealth. I say stealth with the servant's entrance.
I just know that, like, Carrion is not going to pass as anything besides a ravaging warlord. Just he gives off that vibe horrendously strongly. So my vote is for stealth as well. Not necessarily for everyone else. Just I don't think
No,
that
it is for everyone. You have one approach for the group.
Yeah.
So is it stealth?
Yeah, so I think our approach would be stealth, and then we have backup inside that Molto is. Oh yeah, so and so let me in. I am the but like
Yeah,
our
you can
approach.
always do that then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but like
you can always
approach
try
should be
to
stealth.
deceive later.
Mhm. I get it. I got the mechanic. So so I think our approach should be stealth.
Then we're going to move on to the score. You all get to decide on load. So you can either be either say that you bring in few items and you're discreet, or you bring just heavy gear and you look conspicuous.
If
I mean, I think light would be good because we're.
Everybody can decide on their own, but yeah, you should also say like what you're doing, because if one of you looks conspicuous and the others don't, that's
Yeah, I think we should go discreet if we're going stealth.
okay.
so. You make your way to Dandridge Manor. It is close to the sea, in a place that is called the Gloaming, looking over to the much busier district of Night Market with its rail station and big business that is developing there. You come to Colburn Avenue and you see, surrounded by what is more or less a garden. Of course, not much grows anymore, so it's mostly just populated with just statues. You see the mansion of the Dandridge family. There's nobody patrolling here, only a few people in the streets. You very easily make your way to the servant entrances. You have to wait for a bit until there's no actual servant coming in or out, but with just a little push and a little, a little manipulation of the lock, you make your way in. However, you still need to make an engagement roll that is going to be 1 die base and then a 2nd die for the major advantage of the information that Taifra uncovered. So one of you can just roll the 2 dice now. And I'm going to say Taifra or Shiv.
Oh, it's me? Okay.
Yeah, because you
All right. So just
uncovered the
just
information.
roll just not one of my skills, just a dice.
Yeah, if you scroll down on your character sheet, you can just, there's a roll fortune, and you can
Oh.
just say
Hey, look at that.
dice.
Boom.
Yeah.
Number of dice you said 1,
2.
2. Okay. And then boom, boom. No notes. Hey.
Oh, all right. Well, you are in a controlled position. That means the first roll, as you make your way in, is going to be, it's not going to have terrible consequences. You make your way into the servant quarters, sneaking past the few people that are here currently. And then you are in a larger corridor. Already you see the place lined with different art pieces. And also a lot of slightly dusty. It seems like however many servants there are here are not quite enough. But a lot of statues and old furniture, very intricate. A lot of them have been eaten away by the odd like wood beetle or anything.
The art pieces were?
No, the furniture. I mean, some of the art pieces probably also need to be reframed pretty badly, but yeah, mostly the furniture. And then you hear creaking floorboards and a persistent wheeze as holding a little lantern in a kind of shabby suit. Few white tufts of hair on his bald head still remaining, looking honestly a little bit like not Diogenes, but any other kind of vulture, really, is the butler of the family, who you now need to evade. This is, again, a very low-risk role, but you just hear him wheezing his way through the corridor. You need to find a way to go, or deal with him otherwise.
Is it all of us then going to make this roll?
Whoever wants to.
Yeah, I would evade. Is that
I think that's well, do you want to do it stealthily or do you want to do it like quickly?
would be finesse?
Yeah.
Please say it's finesse, because that's what I have a dot in.
If you're, Glaiza, what you meant, I think, is if you want to lead a group in stealth, then
I see.
sure you can.
I have a dot in prowl, and I was thinking of doing that to be unseen for everyone to lead it. Unless somebody has, unless somebody has something that's higher, because we can also do wreck and put somebody in its something in front of him. No, wait, that's not. Never mind. I was looking at something else.
Could I possibly employ finesse to pull a Last of Us, where I just grab something and throw it in the opposite direction from us?
Like,
clicker rules. Just grab an item and yeet. We're definitely over there. Boop, 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 this way.
this is just an old man.
It's an old dude. I
walking
feel
through
like
the
we could
halls with
just
a
do.
lantern, right?
Yeah,
I feel like we could just do a prowl. If anybody's prowl is
you
higher
can distract
than
him
mine.
with finesse as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
Controlled. No bonus dice. Finesse. Oh, Tyusha.
What did you roll? Oh, you just had the one. Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's too late for that now.
Oh.
I mean, Shiv kind of just went ahead and rolled.
I thought you said I could do it too, so I just did it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm learning. Everything's fine. It's Taisha goes to look for something to throw and grabs a bone, and instead of being able to throw it, it just kind of sticks to her hand and she swears.
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, excellent,
you
good.
throw it directly at him.
I hate it because I do that sometimes when I try to get someone's attention by like throwing like a warning shot so they look at me, and I just beamed them.
You throw a bone, a human bone, directly at this butler, and hit him in the head. He goes to the ground. His lantern, luckily for you, this is where your control position and a little bit of luck comes in, I guess. His lantern shatters and goes out. What? Who goes there?
I'm going to quickly grab my vial of slumber essence and just, since he's on the ground, just pour it in his throat.
You do that, no problem.
Sweet.
But no problem. However, there are his muffled screams, and you hear from downstairs, "Anybody there?" Hello?
I'm going to use the voice that I heard and copy it and be like, everything's okay. And wheeze it out.
All right.
That is what I plan to do anyway,
Yeah.
Boy.
depending on the role.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need a roll for this.
Cool.
You already suffered
I'll
the
wheeze
consequences.
out an answer.
Yeah. I will say, however, I'm going to start a clock, which is that the security here is alerted. And it's a 4-segment clock. And it is going to be, well, the first segment is now filled.
Awesome.
Hmm.
I hide this man somewhere in a closet.
Yeah, you
so
have
no
a
one
lot of
will
just
walk
different
through.
rooms and walk-in closets and so on to choose here. Even just an old wardrobe where you can just deposit him for the time being.
Mhm.
So he
I retrieve
disappears.
the bone I threw.
Yeah.
Oh, need that for later.
But you're in. You are
Well, I guess we should
on the
look
second
for
floor
that
of
painting.
3. You know the private vault is in a special locked room. On the 3rd floor, you can make your way through well, this corridor. Of course, you can just go straight for the stairs, and that will mean you need to evade a few people, or you can make your way through a few more private rooms belonging to the Dandridge family, at the risk of running into them there. But probably no security.
Can I
Mm-hmm.
very nicely ask you, since I already made the prowl roll, can
Yeah.
I use that roll? Or do you want me to re-roll it? Which
We can
I
do
only
that.
ask
No, we
because
can
it's a
use
really
that.
nice result.
Yeah, we can use that. You've suffered enough. You already started with a 1. So sure. You can prowl your way through. Where are you going?
Through the guards. I don't want us to get caught by the. I feel like the guards here won't be too difficult based on the information that I've received
and-
from. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you make your way through to the staircase. The stairs are creaking. There's no way you can avoid that, no matter how good you are. You would have to be weightless. But it's an old house. Everything is creaky here, so nobody even cares, pays attention. You go in quick, quietly. You catch a glimpse of a gray-haired woman downstairs, dressed in a shirt and vest, and apparently that's security because she is holding a baton, but otherwise nothing would really mark her as a fierce guard
I
or
look
anything.
at Carrion and I go, I think you can take her.
Very well.
I mean, I'm not
think
saying
that's
do
not
it right
a-
now. I'm
you're
saying
not
if we ever have
supposed
to, I think you can take her, Carrion. I think we can do it.
In a
Now?
fight?
I mean, not right now, Carrion. I mean, if we ever have to face her, I think I would bet all of my money for you to win.
This old lady is not in our way, right?
No, she's downstairs. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
You see
you
the
snuck
double
past her. I
pistols
mean,
just holster again.
I was
she would
just
have
joking,
gotten in your
Carrion.
way, but we just used the 6 that Glaiza rolled. So
Yeah.
she's just standing there. Make your way to where you've been directed to go, where the vaults are going to be. It's a bigger study room lined by shelves containing quite a few books, but also smaller figurines and art pieces. The walls where there are no shelves also lined with artwork, and then there is a grand piano. Also, of course, a few armchairs, and a cabinet of liquor. Looking pretty expensive, I would say. Yes, that means you can loot it. I just saw Shiv just like, oh, expensive.
Is it unlocked?
I'm just, there's so many things, and I have to like rein it in. Like, Type's just very impulsive, but I'm like, you cannot go bang on that grand piano, baby girl. Like, and then just like, oh, but there's expensive liquor, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no leash on her. So just ignore it. My faces are just Taibsha having a pep talk with herself that we are on a mission. She needs to stay focused.
Is the liquor cabinet unlocked?
It's, it's probably locked, but the key is easily found in the same room, so you can just take it. Yep. Meanwhile, there is definitely a less easily circumvented lock on the door to the next room, a great old wooden door. This is where your prize is.
I think you should use your very strong hands, Kyrian.
So picking a lock or just otherwise opening the door. If you just bust it open, there's going to be consequences. At the very least, the security alert clock is going to be ticked again. But
let's see. Because I...
Meanwhile, while we're so deep in it, I'm going to move us over to a different scene for a second. And you decide what you want to do.
I could use Tinker, which I have a pip in. Or if worse comes to worse, I could just use Wreck and bust down the door, but I'll save that as a last resort.
I mean, I've got a pip in Finesse. And
I would also like to assist with Foresight. Whomever.
All right.
I was about to say, I also have Finesse if we need it.
So how much in Finesse do you have?
1.
And I have 1 in Tinker, so we're all even.
Okay, yeah. Tinker is going to be better for this because Finesse is just manual dexterity without necessarily knowing what you're doing. Tinker is going to be better for that because I can't just above table. I can't allow Finesse for just everything.
I know that's the tricky part of this. Position is risky.
Do you want to click your burglary gear to like give you? Like,
you should have extra gear for that. Yes, there's burglar gear that will help you with this and give you.
Yeah, I have burglary gear.
All right.
Can I use Foresight to assist, or is that something I decide?
Yes,
later?
you can.
We decide later. Yeah, I would like to use Foresight to assist. And the assistance is I remember the conversation that I had with Carrion not Carrion, with Mr. Vulture Sir, who was able to fly around and look into the windows and sort of like watched really closely as somebody was unlocking the door. That might assist in how Carrion is able to tinker around and unlocking this locked thing.
Yeah, cool. And then standard effect. How do I add an additional die for that assistance, or is that just something added on through a fortune roll through Glaiza?
You should be able to add an extra die when you after you determine position
I
and
think it's
effect.
like bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a bonus die prompt there.
I see. Okay, so I have an additional die from Glaiza, and then do I have an additional die from the burglary gear? Or no?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think usually the gear also affects your position and effect, but it's a one and done roll, so I'm just going to say take an extra die for this.
Right. Oh. 254 makes success.
Right. How do you open the door?
I think that Carrion has a very fine toothed blade that he uses as a makeshift like lockpicking set. And is using he understands how lock mechanisms work, so he's looking for the specific tooth indentation to unlock this doorway. And can I ask what is the mixed success
Mixed success is coming in real soon. So as you
Okay.
open the door, as your blade just slides in there, you hear the lock mechanism just click into place. Suddenly, you hear a long, drawn-out note coming from the grand piano. Taifsha innocently stands by the side of it. That wasn't her.
She literally, it wasn't me.
It seems as if the piano has played itself. And
Though Taifsha is
room
suspiciously standing
temperatures-
close to the piano.
yeah, the room temperature, especially for Taifsha, seems to drop a little bit.
It wasn't me directly. But someone.
And Carrion, you hear this note again and again, and then it turns into a very just staccato rhythm being played. I will definitely tick the alarm the clock for the security, but you also feel this just worming its way into your head, and this is where you can resist the consequences of your actions if you want.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to you're going to take a little stress. But
you know what? That's okay. I've got a lot of stress.
All right.
I'll just
we're going to get to that later, as again the piano continues to play itself until all of a sudden in the dim light you see a spectral figure appear sitting on it.
We all
Turning,
see this.
oh, for a brief moment, all of you see this. As almost like an owl, this ghost turns his head around to look directly at Carrion, and then disappears while standing up. And you're going to have a ghost to deal with, but first, we're going to go on break for 10 minutes.
Wow. Oh, that's stressful. Why me?
So,
It wasn't
I
me.
know,
This is
you
your
wanted to open
second
the
ghost,
door.
buddy. This is your second
Anyway.
ghost that is mad at you for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
See you soon. And we return to the listening room with the grand piano and the ghost in it. Carry on. This rhythm is just hammering away in your brain pan, and this is where you can I mean, you should make a resistance roll to reduce the stress that it's going to cause you. This is going to be a resolve roll, so I think you have one die. If you just default on the roll, so if you just don't do the roll, you're going to take 6 stress. But your resistance roll is going to reduce this by whatever your highest die result is. So
I will try.
yeah, as we just figured
6
out,
is
you
so
have
big.
a point in resolve. Yeah, I mean, it's the maximum you can roll. So it's just always defaulting to 6 until you reduce it. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how much Carrion can do here too.
Oh,
Well,
there you go.
shut out the ghost.
I love this
Bye,
kind
ghost.
of
See
music.
ya. Actually, yeah.
You've been around Taisha enough. This is old hat.
Yeah.
I mean, the song is there, but it doesn't affect you negatively. You might even begin to like it a little bit. Anyway, the room is still cold and the piano has stopped playing now, but you are very aware that it was audible for a while, and maybe one of the guards heard it, maybe not. I've ticked the clock, so that's that. But there's also a new clock. You have a ghost to deal with.
Oh, deal with ghosts. Yeah, that's okay.
And you just hear the song has subsided now, or the actual playing has subsided, but then you just hear a scratching voice. Intruder! Desecrator. And we're going to see who would be closest to the piano. I assume that's going to be Taisha, but I'm going to give you the... Okay, yeah. Taisha has, I believe, a special thing for ghosts. In terms of game mechanics, not in character, but that maybe also you...
I can sense them.
Are always aware of supernatural entities in your presence.
Mm-hmm.
So and so you are very aware that, yeah, it is moving around here. And it is...
She
goes...
You feel... Yeah, she goes... Shh, 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 shh. And as she's digging through her bag, which is the sound of glass hitting bone very quietly. She can do it very quietly. She got the claw, the purse claw, and pulls out just a little bottle and goes, shh, 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 shh. And I'm going to try to put it in a spirit vial.
So dealing with the ghost is a 4-segment clock. So first you need to just get it ready to be in the vial. That's not going to be a one and done roll, but eventually...
Oh, is it like Pokemon? You got to weaken it before you can put it? Okay.
It is like that. You can cork the ghost eventually, but for now, you suddenly feel spectral fingers on your shoulders moving towards your neck. And somebody should really try and protect Taisha. Taisha can also try and protect herself, of course.
Oh, yeah. So, you see like an old Western gunslinger. Carrion pulls out 2 pistols, one on each side of his hip. And one of them is like a very classic, like old kind of almost to the point of rusting steel revolver. And the other one looks identical in form, but has this almost like coppery green tint to it. And that one is on his right hip, and that's the one that has the ectoplasmic ammunition on him. And he will immediately attempt to attack the ghost with hunt, because it's long range. Yeah.
Yeah. So since you have a special ability to attack ghosts, like you said. You can, I mean, that's going to have great effect, but it comes at a cost. The cost is very clearly you are firing a gun inside. And I'm not going to bother with ticking the security alerted clock anymore. The security is alerted, and so is everybody else when you fire the guns.
That's fine. Position is risky or desperate?
The position is desperate. If
Okay.
it's escalating to this extent.
Effect is
I mean,
standard.
you're also shooting a gun in a just very confined space,
Yeah,
so a
in a
lot can
small
go
room.
wrong there.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
It's okay.
It's an ectoplasm balloon.
Well,
I'm
it's not
made of
actually that
ectoplasm.
fine.
Oh no.
I swear, Time's been catching strays since we started this game.
Oh, Shiv, you shouldn't have said catching strays.
I know, like I'm like it's firing in my direction. I know it's gonna be me.
I mean, I could have thought of something else, but now I can't really pass up the opportunity to say, like, yeah, Taisha gets shot in the arm. That is just going to be level 2 harm. You just got a gunshot wound in your arm. It's a flesh wound. You're not bleeding out or anything, but yeah. You've been protected from the ghost technically because you just get blasted down. Like you just go down and
Time's just like he was like 3 feet in front of you. How did you miss? Because this my favorite line of Amihan. Okay.
So while this is happening, the door was opened.
the door is open. Yeah.
Yeah. So LG will see all this is transpiring, turn and go into the room and try and find the painting.
Yeah. The room is well, you can easily illuminate it right now. It's always twilight outside. There is just a tiny window. Not enough to fit through, by the way. This is technically supposed to be a vault. But even in this twilight, you see all of the paintings on the walls.
I'm flicking on any lights if there are.
I mean, there's nothing to flick on.
We're
but
done with stuff.
yeah, you can light just a lamp that runs on electroplasm. Like you can ignite it, and you're going to have this kind of greenish glow in here, but it's going to illuminate the entire room. Meanwhile, outside, Taisha lying on the floor. The ghosts dissipated for now, but all of a sudden, Multo, behind you, one of the shelves begins to move. And also you hear footsteps rapidly running up the
How
stairs.
exposed are we in our current position? Is there a way that Taisha could head off the guard?
You've been shot.
I would suggest
I mean, it's just a flesh wound. You said
down.
so yourself.
I would suggest Taisha hide.
I have a plan.
I mean,
it's a good plan, I promise.
You can head off the guards. You are in a room that is off the main corridor. Sure, you can do that. It's more a question of what then. They are not. No, they're going to come and they are not going to negotiate at this point.
I have possibly a bargaining chip.
Interesting. But for now, Multo, behind you, one of the shelves is starting to move. A shelf
Is it because above table? Is it because there's the running of the guard, or is there something weird like ghosty thing there?
It is. I was just getting to yeah. It is weird ghostly activity.
Sweet.
You see one of the small statuettes just beginning to vibrate and then launch itself at you.
I step to the other side. I try to avoid it.
Yeah. That one was easy to avoid, so I'm not even going to ask for a roll here, but you need to do something about this, or this ghost is just going to pelt you. There's
Sorry,
more
my speaker cut out. Can you say that again?
I said this is not going to take a roll because you saw it coming, but
Yeah.
more things are just starting to move,
Right.
including a few sharper objects like a decorative dagger, and more statues and plates. Everything is going to come your way, and you need to figure out a way to preempt this. Maybe get the ghost away from there.
Right. Let me see. Okay. I am going to try to. What is an arc lighter and glimmer? Or it's just a lighter. I am going to try to. The rage essence vial.
Works on
Is
people. Yeah, that is very specifically, I think, working on people. Can
no. I
convince
was
me
gonna
otherwise,
drink
but-
it.
Oh,
I was gonna drink it myself, not on people, to make ghosts be angry at me, and then I'll run out. I know they're already angry at me, but I'm gonna try to like make, and
I
then I'll
know, I
just
mean-
jump out a window so they run after me instead of
Also-
like focusing on. Is that something I can even do? I'm taking all the ghosts with me. Is what I'm
I mean,
saying. As
a rage essence vial increases
know.
your own physical strength
anger?
and resistance to
Oh.
pain.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
I was
You have the
trying to
Spirit Bane
come up with
charm.
something. I guess I can use that for that specific thing. Can I use that for that specific thing?
Yeah.
That means it would be that permanently?
You can affix the Spirit Bane charm to the area, for example, but you can
Cool.
also do something else. But you have to decide quickly in and out of character.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the Spirit Bane charm then on myself. And it's not technically a charm, it's more of a way to make them focus just on me. That way it doesn't attack the other people. And
Like a
then
spirit war.
Yeah.
yeah, but like a spirit shield. So yeah, it's like a, in terms of Fabula Ultima, they're enraged and they can only attack me.
I'm going to say you can position the
deflect
Spirit
it
Bane
from-
charm so that you are the only person not protected by the charm.
Perfect. I will do that.
You do that,
And then I will let
yeah.
them, well, depending on what they're attacking with, like I think it's physical objects that they're throwing at me.
Yeah.
I will use my prowess, I guess, to like my prowl to like stealth mode away or whatever, because I don't have a
Yeah,
dot in
you are
this.
going to, as you position this, you are going to see just all of a sudden the ceremonial dagger and several other objects. The dagger stands out though, launch themselves at you, and you're going to also take level 2 harm unless you evade, which is going to be a resistance roll with prowess.
Cool. I will do that. I'm fine. That is just, there's no bonus dice. I got a 3.
You are taking 3 stress in total with that. So 6 minus 3. The dagger launches itself at you. You evade. Dagger just hits the wall, clatters to the ground. You're fine, but there's no time to breathe. Inside the actual vault, though, Logi, you have turned on the light. There are so many different portraits of the family, all kinds of Dandridges. There's a George, Horatio, all of them. But then there's a big portrait.
Flipping through them as quickly as
Oh,
possible.
I mean, you're not. No, they're all on the walls. You
They're all
just
on the
see.
wall. Okay.
Then there's a big oil painting in a very prominent position, bigger than the others, with a very ornate frame. And that is Henrietta Dandridge. Very lifelike painting, as it were.
All right. I take it down as quickly as I can from the back. I presume we brought tools with us to remove it from the frame and then roll it up, put it into
okay.
case.
Oh, you're actually
Are
doing
you
that.
rolling up an oil painting?
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's bad. It's gonna damage the painting. Just bring the frame.
Yeah, so
Okay.
As an artist, I'm mad right now.
You have to. An oil painting is not just under glass. It's going to be in some way nailed or some way to the frame.
Okay.
So that's the issue.
Are you telling me all the heist movies where they cut the paintings and roll them up have been lying to me? Because I feel cheated right now, and I've been under the wrong impression.
Right. I take down the painting, and instead of putting it into the bag with the case, I grab a bunch of, I'm just sweeping smaller things, whatever else is in this vault, like anything not nailed down that I can fit into my bag, into it as quickly as I can, and carrying the painting out.
Yeah.
I'm
The
keeping
painting
the
is
dagger,
oddly
by the
cold
way.
to the touch, by the way, but that doesn't. I mean, that concerns you, but
Okay, love that.
There's nothing to do about it right now.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Meanwhile, footsteps still coming. So is anybody going to do something about the guards?
Yes.
All right. Where do we see Taisha?
I'm going to come to my full 4'11" height with no weird movements, walking like a normal person, almost a normal person with authority. I'm just going to reach into her bag and I'm going to place on my fine spirit mask. My spirit warden's mask. And I'm going to block the doorway. And like I said, she looks like somebody commanding authority. She's still wearing her normal stuff, but has the spirit warden's mask on. And when the guards, like when she sees the guards see her, she just goes, "It's official spirit warden business."
Okay. This is going to have great effect in the sense that it's just going to work if you succeed. You don't look like a spirit warden apart from the mask though anymore. If you're really unlucky, they're going to see that you have a damaged tattoo of a bell on your hand. So this is going to be desperate position. Because if they catch you impersonating a spirit warden while all of this is going on, they're just going to attack you. But
it's okay, Carrion can take her.
You do get to choose what this is. I'm assuming that's just going to be
I'm gonna do sway.
Be consort or sway, yeah.
Sway. And she's going to fill the doorway as best she can with her little tiny form and then walk forward and be like, I have gotten information that there has been a lot of spirit activity in this house that has gone reported.
Meanwhile, yeah, there's the sounds of battle coming from
Right.
the
Like
room.
she's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I would like to give a bonus.
Be like, you're hiding things that I should know about, like as a spirit warden. So that's her play there, and like actually cite like laws, like Article C.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
What kind of bonus do you want to give?
Foresight. I prepared something that will assist
right,
with that.
What is it?
The lipstick. The lipstick is something.
I'm sorry, but she is wearing a mask, though.
I understand this. I understand.
All right.
The lipstick that I gave that she has put on. Give me a minute. I'm thinking about it. But I will give her a foresight.
Actually, you gave me an outfit.
I did give you an outfit.
Oh, you got a whole outfit.
I did give you a different outfit. That was really
I didn't
nice.
change into it, but I put on the cloak.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a very nice and neat cloak.
It's a little bit more akin to what we wore as the wardens. It is.
I'm also going to
cloak, white mask.
I'm also going to offer you a devil's bargain for this, which is going to be an extra die. They've had ghosts here. The spirit wardens have been here before. That also means they will be here again, and they will hear of this. But it makes it more believable, and you will get this extra die. However, the spirit warden will be aware very soon. Or, in a few weeks, but soon.
Right. Soon is a nebulous concept.
Whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, right. Look, I've already been possessed, knocked unconscious, and shot. Give me this one. So this is desperate, and I get 2 bonus dice, and the effect is standard. Great.
The effect doesn't matter, but it's enough to get them to go away.
Okay. And then I get 2 bonus dice for foresight and devil's bargain.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't see what it does. Did that go through? Oh,
it is a 5. So you succeed at a cost.
I'll take it. If anything, it can get us to walk out.
The cost is they don't seem very convincing. You heard they were coming. They've never shot a gun before.
We have new technology.
Yeah, these are professionals, but you can't just fire a gun in here. We'll have to take you. I mean, just for our sake, you need to come with us, and then just the forms that you always bring. We're gonna
Everyone's always on about the forms,
I mean, we need to. But can you come with us real quick? And we just need to clear a few things up. And do we need to take a look in there, or you since we have the
unless you feel like
you have guards with ghosts, or you go with them and you're out of the heist.
Taisha, when they're like, do we need to go in there? She's like, unless you want to be at risk of figuring out if ectoplasm bullets can go through you, I will come with you.
Well, something has to be. Well, all right, come with us then. Taisha is gone. That is your desperate consequence.
I'll take it.
You're down a whisper. The ghost is still there.
Karen's got it, and I'm not there to get shot.
Yep. I'll do better next time.
But also, they're all protected. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're not in trouble. We're good.
You hear once again a long drawn out note on the piano, and briefly you see the ghost. And you all hear this haunting melody now. Even although it's not going to affect you, but Muto and Carrion, you need to do something about the ghost that is sitting there,
Yeah.
or deal with the consequences.
So I do have Diogenes, who is able to attack the ghost. So I will use him.
All right.
Would this be skirmish?
No, Diogenes has his own role. He's going to have a quality rating of 1, which means like it's 1 die. But I think because you have this ability, you have potency. And potency, which I absolutely remember what that means. But Prince, if you want to help me.
Potency allows you to choose either an extra die or greater effects.
Okay,
against
it's a choice between that. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was just greater effect or if it also meant you can get an extra die. So you can get 2 dice here, if you want.
I would like 2 dice. That'd be great.
So
1 bonus die. Okay, here we go. That's a 5.
All right. So Diogenes takes flight in this confined space. And you hear a shriek from the ghost. Diogenes seems to tear into this ghost. You can't fully see this, of course. And I think as a consequence of this, we're going to say that Diogenes lands directly on the grand piano, and this goes, and you hear this. There's something off with that piano right now. You are just going to be, as you hear this, you are going to have to make a resolve roll, but this time with a bonus die again. But both of you will have to make this.
Okay. Resolve.
So both Multo and Carrion.
Okay.
A 4.
Again, with a bonus die, but okay. Yeah. 2 stress.
Do I get a bonus die or just my
Yes.
normal result?
Both of you get a bonus die because it's just kind of
oh my god.
Yeah, I have a lot of resolve.
That's almost a critical. So you don't just heal stress, but you take no stress from this. The ghost is partially dealt with, at least.
Can I do something to
Clock is
deal with
at
the ghost?
2 segments now. Yeah, you should probably, but also
Yeah,
Ilgi is going to come out of the room again. So both of you see, or don't see, but you see at least the vulture just grappling with something, and both of you can act.
Okay.
I have arcane implements. Can I flavor that to be anti-ghosty?
I don't think so. Arcane implements are. Okay, the rulebook has nothing to say about them.
The sheet says examples of things it can be: a vial of quicksilver, pouch of black salt, a spirit
Okay, yeah.
anchor in the form of a small stone, vial of ectoplasm designed
Hmm.
to break.
It is something for rituals.
I see.
Or just do something with that. Yeah.
Uh,
You can use it in combination with something else, possibly. Like if you have a vial of electroplasm there, you can coat something with that.
Actually, Glazia,
I was gonna
oh,
go ahead.
if you allow me to go first, I think I have an idea that might help and might make this easier. I hope. Uh,
I was just gonna coat my manacles and chain with the ecto thingy and lasso it with that.
it's an interesting idea. I like that actually.
Yeah. that will
Uh,
work. Yeah.
but Janis, I would like to have a flashback.
Hmm.
Uh, us preparing for this heist, and LOG is talking to Ty and going, okay, so if those bones become a problem and that thing comes back, what do we do about it?
And I don't know if I can do this, but I give you my second spirit vial.
If that's the only effect of the flashback, sure.
Okay, LOG is gonna. So what do I do with this?
You gotta beat it up, and then
You gotta
Go
beat
ahead.
it up. And then
you know.
Beat up the ghost.
Yeah, I once read this story where there's these little monsters and you have to fight them, and then you throw a thing at them, and then it catches them, and you have to get them all.
We
Uh-huh.
are going to skip ahead to the scene again. This flashback is going to cost you a single point of stress. You had an easy opportunity, but you had to prepare for the specific contingency of dealing with a ghost on the mission. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it's a point of stress.
Okay, so I have I have a spirit vial.
Yeah. So do we have the situation of electroplasm coated manacles and a spirit vial?
I feel like I would do that first so that
Yeah.
it'll be a little bit weaker. And then you can go pop and
Yeah,
capture it like a
exactly.
Pokemon.
If you, Liza, if you roll me something that would relate to using the manacles, then
Wood.
the thing is,
If I can
sorry,
here's
the thing is,
my
you don't have a lot of relevant skills or action ratings.
I have one attune, or it says here in the description is consort with connections from your heritage. My heritage is the Melamatinus in Dagger Isles, and they're very good with ghosty stuff. Can I somehow finagle using consort as my my mom taught me how this special trick of like quoting like coating this manacles and chain and just throw it at it.
That is going to be a flashback.
Sure, let me have a flashback and I will take
And
the stress.
it's going to cost you. I feel that this is elaborate or contrived, that this is the specific thing you learn. It's going to cost you 2 stress in this case. But it is going to give you just an extra die. No roll required. It's just you learned this. This specific thing is something that you learned in the past.
Yep.
So you can get an extra die or extra effect. Extra effect isn't going to matter. But it's still going to be a role that honestly, like you probably have
It's not
to, the
gonna
way
be
you describe
concert.
it.
Dang. Okay.
No, I'm going to like we can treat this as a flashback because that's what you kind of described, but the role itself is pretty
I
much
don't
going to
have.
have to be skirmish if you would
Yeah, I
attack with
don't
the
have
manacles.
anything other than that.
Yeah,
Can't use prowl. All right. I'm gonna just roll a skirmish, I guess.
which
You can
you
do
get
it.
a bonus die for that now,
Yeah.
and
So it
maybe
should just be the one, right?
yeah. I'm gonna say Ilodri can't assist if he wants to bottle the ghost, but Carrion can assist.
Okay.
I can definitely do that.
So on
And
Multo's
that's 2
mark, you would go
stress?
in. You would get you take a stress and then give another character, so Multo, a die.
Okay. Right.
So
What's our
that brings
position?
you desperate.
Sweet. And
I guess
that
technically it's
is-
now risky because the guards are gone. So yeah, risky effect is enough to fill the clock, so it doesn't matter honestly. So
risky standard bonus die is 1, right?
you get 2 bonus dice.
Oh, okay.
One from the flashback and one from Carrion.
Okay.
That should make this into a 2-die roll.
I feel like that's a great roll.
So I'm going to hand this over to all of you. You describe how you bottle the ghost together as a family.
The first things first. My move is as LOG gets his vial ready, I'm grabbing my manacles and my chain and just like pouring this like ectoplasm thing, and I go like a cowboy over my head and just throw it, and then making sure I don't hit the wonderful Mr. Vulture, sir, who is grappling the ghost right now, and make sure like just trying based on where the vulture is and what it's doing to hit just the ghost. And I pass it on to the next person.
Yeah. Karen, you were helping?
Yes. I think Diogenes in this moment manages to kind of, because it's such a small room, I don't think he was able to take like full flight. I think he like fluttered over to the piano and then has just kind of been like latching on to the ghost with his talons and has actually like managed to like put a full foot against the head of the ghost and like slammed it down onto the like cover of the grand piano. So Diogenes has like stabilized the ghost.
And as I see this ghost wrapped up and pinned down, I bring over the vials, still confused as to how this is supposed to work. And then look on almost in horror as I bring it up to the spirit's body, and it, like smoke yet flesh, tears apart and flows into the bottle. And once it's in, I put the cap on quickly and look at this screaming ghost trapped inside.
You feel very cold at this point. You're carrying a bottled ghost and you're carrying a painting that you have reason to believe might house something similar as well. But the coast is clear. You didn't necessarily, I think, Ilgi, you didn't really hear it, but the guards aren't there. Neither is Taifsha.
We need to leave now. We're, where's Taisha? What?
Types are left
skip
with
a-
unguarded.
Yeah, we skip ahead. Yes. And it's just, huh? A little while later, Multo, Carrion, and Ilgi, you have left. Taifsha, miraculously having concealed your gunshot wound while you were being interrogated.
She has, I don't know if it's not like a heist item. I think she does have falsified paperwork.
Oh,
because she
sure,
was
you
a
can have
big-
that.
She was
Yeah.
a big paperwork person. So
Yeah.
she has some. And so just, and it, yeah, like the camera cuts back to her and she goes, that should be it. Thank you for your cooperation.
They just, the two guards that escorted you there just at this point have 1,000 yards there after dealing with all the things that, you know, spirit wardens make you sign if they're on your premises.
Mhm.
And they don't just come and go as they please, which they also sometimes do. But yeah, you are so intimately familiar with all of that that they don't doubt anything for a second anymore.
I also want to just put in that they have 1,000-yard stare because instead of letting them read the paperwork, Taisha slowly reads out everything because I'm also partially basing her on Colin Robinson. So like she's just energy vampiring, like, and then we have to fill out form 3C, and as you can see up here, it says, and like that, it's like
Yeah.
hours later. She has just bored them to death and explained everything in far too much detail. Just walks out the front door.
Yeah.
You don't have to escape, they're pushing you out.
Yeah, they're just so glad to see you gone at this point. The next day, as it were, the passage of days is nebulous here. But when the sky is slightly less gray again, you meet in your clock tower. You look at the painting. The painting appears to look back, but you've got what you came for. Time to hand it in.
Yep.
Is it you and I again?
Yep.
Let's please get rid of this thing.
I don't know if this is a thing that I can do, but
Oh.
when you all wake up to come in to discuss the painting, Taibsha is sitting crisscross applesauce right in front of it as if she's having like a mental conversation with it.
Mm-hmm. Which you can't currently do, but you do feel that there's definitely a ghost in there.
Can I get a vibe check? Like she, I mean, I know most ghosts are restless, but like angry restless, sad restless, stressed restless.
It's the kind of just cold fury of somebody who is cornered and has no way out.
Okay. Trapped restless, got it. And Taibsha is just,
Well, it's time to return that to whomever needs it.
she doesn't have to be our problem anymore.
No. It's a little too late for her.
I mean, it's never too late for anyone.
Yeah.
I think Carrion is going to grab a crate to fit the portrait in, because there's no way we're going to get around town just holding it in our arm.
You underestimate how many people will move aside if one of us has a clipboard.
No, you transport the portrait of Henrietta Dandridge to Cedric Folk's store, who leads you to a back room. It's like, very well. You shall receive your compensation soon. My client is really quite eager to get this over with, and he should be arriving shortly.
A word of warning. I'm sure you're not unfamiliar to what a possessed or a haunted thing feels like, but it is quite
I didn't realize we were doing
haunted.
disclaimers.
Is that so? Well, most interesting. And then the door opens. In walks, in a fine three-piece suit, wearing very tasteful jewelry, a man that, Shiv, you get to describe. Describe Lord Scarlock for me.
One, the first thing you notice before you notice the man is Taisha's whole, very like, does she have ligaments made of elastic? Body goes completely stiff. And Scarlock is a man by the loosest definition of the word, because more akin he would be a corpse. Very, very, not even just pale skin, like gray, like we call it formaldehyde gray, and like very sunken eyes. His like all his features are very sunken, very thin lips, very sunken eyes, sunken cheeks. Very like if it was down, stringy black hair, but it's pulled back in like a perfectly slicked ponytail. And he moves rigidly, like sometimes like I don't want to say robotic, but like yeah, like almost like there's a little bit of effort to make his limbs move. And when Taisha's eyes level on him, she is completely stock still. And he is too, but he doesn't do a whole lot of moving, so that's not unweird.
He
Like,
somewhat awkwardly almost comes to a halt, looks at Taisha. Good evening. That's all he's going to do to acknowledge you. Ah, I see you have procured her. Very well. Just produces a little stack of coins and cash. Hands it, places it on a nearby just table. Now, stand back, please. Draws a gun, a breech-loaded gun, inserts a glowing bullet, levels it at the portrait.
Taisha takes like 3 steps to the side. She's maybe a little traumatized by getting shot yesterday.
She is stepping back and continuing to step back, like just slowly.
And he just simply shoots this portrait right between the eyes. Now, that should settle that score. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
I have no use for this painting, so do with that as you will. Pleasure doing business. Turns
Feel free to call
and
us again.
leaves. He does not react.
Cool. I'm gonna look at Mr. What's his face, and I'm gonna look at him and go, I think we should be on first name basis now, don't you think? After all
I
of that,
think he
owes a
seems
little bit
a
of that.
bit shaken up by what has just happened. Not so much the shooting of a portrait. By the way, Taisha, as you come to, there was a presence, of course, that you felt it is gone.
Yeah, there's lots of emotions happening on Times' usually serene face as she's, you didn't mention.
And meanwhile, Cedric just looks over to you like, yes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Cedric.
Nice to meet you, Cedric.
His hand.
You should call him Mr. Hypocrite's Patsy.
I had no idea as to the intent, but I believe there was something else you were looking to gain from this. So let's talk business. And that's where we'll end the session.
Gang, how did we do that? That felt like we stumbled our way into just.
Oh, that's how it always goes, honestly.
Okay.
How do we do what? Like, I'm confused by the question. Like, everything went exactly according
Task
to
failed successfully.
I mean, you retrieved the painting,
Yeah.
just got shot. It's fine. That happens sometimes to paintings.
Everything went exactly according to plan, as far as I'm concerned.
I
Look,
got a
the easiest-
level 2 harm, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you resisted that.
No,
I
Shiv did.
I
Shiv
did.
yeah.
Mm.
And now does that, just to double check I'm marking it correctly on my character sheet, does that go in stress or trauma?
That just goes into harm. You took
Harm
actual
Harm
harm.
track underneath.
Yeah.
Stress.
Yeah.
You'll see it's numbered 4,
But
3, 2,
we'll
1.
do that off screen. For now, since we ended the session, it's time to do our outros.
Okay.
So
What?
I've been Janis, he, him. I've been jamming this. You can find me. Well, you can find me here on Thursday. We're going to have the last session of Five Fires, Jazzberry Styles, our crew of graffiti artists, and then afterwards, next Saturday, we'll be back here for more of this. And on Sunday next week, not this Sunday, we will have a roundtable. Social post for that will go up tomorrow, so look forward to that. And with that, I'm handing it over to my fellow graffiti artist, Glaiza.
Oh, hey, guess what? I am here again. I find myself on Find Out Productions a lot lately. I'm striving to get bingo and playing with all of the owners of this channel. I have yet to achieve that, but soon I will. Anyway, my name is Glaiza. He, they, she pronouns. Yes, in that order. I do a lot of things on the internet. I make games, I run games, I play in games. All this you can find by going to connect.classicalglaiza.com. If you have found a classical Glaiza while you're roaming about the internet, guess what? You found me. If you find a different Glaiza, I recommend proceeding with caution. That is not a safe Glaiza, just, for your own benefit. And today I played Multo. He didn't do much. He's fine. Passing it on to my other co-star, Andre.
Hello, I'm Andre. He, they, pronouns. You can find me at andreriveraart on social media and at my website, andreriveraart, where you can see my portfolio and a bunch of games and podcasts and other AP shows I'm in. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live on Total Party Kiss for Tragedy of Theologian, if you like Greek mythology. So come check out my Minotaur Gladiator Barbarian. And then I will pop it over to Prince.
Hello, I am Prince, and I have been Elogie. We are both he, him, and we are both in over our heads. But you know what? You either swim or you drown. And apparently around here we swim. So you can find me as Prince-infidel everywhere on the internet, except the bad places. Don't look there. And I will popcorn it over to Shiv.
Hello, I am Shiv. I played Taibsha. We are both creature. She, they pronouns. I am Dr. Bubbles PhD on Blue Sky and just about anywhere that's got a handle. It's been my handle for over a decade. And I will also be here on Find Out Productions. We are going to be doing the final episode of Missing Month with Glaiza on Parallel Play. Date TBD, because life's crazy. And then not next month, it's already April. What is happening? This month, we're going to be doing a follow-up to Parallel Play with Leon doing So Upon Your Honor, which is a romantic night a solo TTRPG that you'll be able to see both of us playing simultaneously. So find me on Parallel Play, keep an eye on our socials, and we will have a full schedule for my Parallel Play show coming soon. And I guess back to Janis to do official things.
Yeah, there's no real official thing left. Just again, we return next week, and we'll see what the fallout from this is, and also if our crew can find a way into the Deathlands resulting from this. But for now, thanks for watching, and see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.